What's going on, guys? Andrew of Newmark Gaming back here, and today we're going to be doing some analysis of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains episode 92 title, summary, and cast list. So let's go and dive right into this. Starting with the title, it's going to be titled The Ultimate Ordeal, and the summary reads as follows. A foe appears before Playmaker. It was somebody that nobody could have expected. No, really, that's it. That's the entire summary. So let's go ahead and jump into the cast list. We've got Playmaker, Eye, Soulburner, Flame, Shoichi Kusanagi, Akira, Ghost Girl, Revolver, Faust, Dr. Genome, Vira, Bowman, Lightning, Jin Kusanagi, Hayami, Frog/Pigeon, Extras, Yugimoto, Joey Wheeler. No, I'm just kidding about those last two. This is one of the more extensive cast lists we've seen so far, and honestly, based on the fact that a week and a half ago or so, we got a more extensive summary about this episode, I'm not going to spend too much time on the episode title and the brief summary that we have here. About a week and a half ago, it was revealed to us, I think it was a Shonen Jump summary, explaining that this is going to be Kusanagi versus Playmaker. Pretty awesome duel there. Title goes right in tandem with it in terms of setting it up to be a really good episode. And this is coming off the coattails of Bowman versus Aoi. Now, that brings us to a big point about this cast list. We have one extremely notable absence from basically all of the relevant characters to the primary plot going on right now, and that's Aoi herself. We have Lightning's camps present, we have everybody from Playmaker's camp that's still going basically present, and then we've got, what's it called? Soul Technologies, everybody except like the Queen, because we have Kusanagi and like Ghost Girl, I guess I'm talking about them. Wouldn't really call them Soul Technologies, but you guys get what I'm getting at there. Point is, Aoi's missing. This implies to me she probably lost the duel. Now, other possibilities could include, maybe she just ventures off to do something else. Maybe she needs to do another mission. Maybe she logs out of Link Vrains. Maybe she disappears for a while. Maybe Aqua teleports her outside of the duel to some mystery space. Or maybe they give us some suspenseful ending at the end of 91 that doesn't necessarily go anywhere until we get some further information down the line. All of those are definitely still possibilities, but the fact that she doesn't appear alongside Playmaker in his squad, the fact that Bowman is still going, the fact that, what's-her-face, Aoi's friend isn't, voiced at all within this episode, all implies to me most likely she loses here. Just because, once more, your data gets deleted if you lose a duel, and characters such as Blood Shepherd and Spectre haven't appeared on a cast list since they lost their duel within this Mirror Link Vrains with that kind of setup rules, and that's the position Aoi's finding herself in. Kind of very disappointing to me. She hasn't had a lot of duels in Season 2, and most of the ones that she have had pretty much felt entirely irrelevant. Yeah, she dueled against Haru, and Haru technically was somebody on Bowman's side, but that felt about as relevant as her duel against Vira in Season 1, and hey, here's this character that we've kind of shown in the background from time to time, but doesn't really do anything, but we're going to use him as a pivot point to give one of our side characters a win. Doesn't do a lot for me there. And as a result, Aoi's character is kind of disappointing me if she's tagging out at this point. I thought she was getting some nice development. They had the evolution of her into Blue Maiden as a duelist, as opposed to Blue Angel. She got a new deck. She was tag teaming with Aqua. Everything was setting up for her to be this really cool character. Honestly, in my opinion, she had a better setup for a potentially really great evolutionary arc than a character like Soulburner, but it just wasn't executed well if she tags out here. So that's kind of the most disappointing thing to me at this point, guys. Hopefully Aoi doesn't lose. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that something crazy happens, and we'll just find out tomorrow with episode 91's release. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of this cast list now that I'm done, basically complaining about the fact that Aoi probably loses. Okay, so we've got Yusaku's camp going on here. We can basically deduce what's probably happening. Essentially, they've all been forced to watch each other duel throughout all of this, so Soulburner's most likely spectating respective Ignises with both Playmaker and Soulburner for that. Playmaker's dueling Kusanagi, so we know what's going on there. I'm guessing towards the beginning of the episode, we have characters like Lightning, Bowman, and Jin, because Lightning's obviously puppeteering Jin, doing something in order to basically blackmail Kusanagi or something like that. I have a feeling Jin's on the line in this. That seems to make the most sense because Lightning literally controls Jin right now, so we can probably find some way to put him in all sorts of danger if Kusanagi doesn't obey. And if there's anything we've gotten from Kusanagi's motivations so far, he does basically everything he does right now to protect his brother. So if his brother's at threat, he'll basically do whatever he needs to try and protect him, even if he hates the moral backing behind it, which is essentially dueling his friend and potentially putting humanity at risk. So we can basically deduce where all of those characters come into play. Revolver's obviously going to be paying attention as well because, once more, he's in Playmaker's camp. He's being forced to watch all these duels. Now, the interesting ones amongst here are not Frog and Pigeon because they're probably broadcasting still, but rather the Knights of Hanoi such as Vira, Dr. Genome, and Faust. These are all known to be really good hackers, right? And we also know they're outside of Link Vrains right now. I'm wondering if whatever kind of blackmailing Lightning's doing in order to get Kusanagi to do this, because once more, he's most likely blackmailing. Obviously, it could be other things, but assuming it's blackmail of some sort, I'm wondering if they're working in the background to try and reverse that as best they can. it could be a really interesting turning point in the plot here if Revolver's team manages to program and hack Lightning. Don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to end up needing to watch Playmaker make a very difficult decision in terms of what happens here between watching his friend's data get deleted and fighting for humanity against these AIs. Regardless, we'll have to wait and see. This is going to be a really awesome episode, guys. I just hate the implications of what this cast list have in mind for Aoi, because I thought she had a decent setup to be a really cool character if they would just elaborate it on a little bit. And even the setup, it felt very minimalistic. It was just kind of like, yeah, I'm Blue Angel, and now I'm Blue Girl for some reason, and now I'm Blue Maiden, and it's like, this was a cool arc. You had it mapped out, you just didn't do it, guys, and that stinks. I mean, we've been waiting for 6 Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows to get a fleshed out, always, like, through and through relevant female protagonist in the show, and it just hasn't happened. So with all that being said, guys, be sure to let me know your thoughts, comments, theories, etc. in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. If not, constructive criticism is always welcome. And I'll catch you guys next time with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains content.